Hey everyone, this is Andrew and Xavier, and we'll be covering the Pike River mine disaster, which was a famous mining accident occurring in New Zealand in 2010. It resulted in the loss of many lives as well as the possibly permanent closing of the coal mine. Pike River Mine is a coal mine located on the west coast of New Zealand's South Island. The mine was a large project based on reports. It involved the creation of a 2.3-kilometer tunnel uphill through solid rock across a fault to a gassy coal seam. Many complications unfolded as every phase of construction was delayed and caused costs to overrun, which led to the mine design ignoring international coal mining standards. Finally, in 2008, it began production. It was expected to bring in 1 million tons of coal per year for the next 20 years, but that plan fell short when a tragic accident occurred.
I was just after the ABM and road here. Hello, monitor place. Anyone underground? Anyone?
In the afternoon of November 19th, 2010, there was a catastrophic underground explosion at the Pike River coal mine. 29 men lost their lives and much of the mine had collapsed. Following this, there was great confusion amongst the public as to the possibility of re-entering the mine. The New Zealand police led the emergency response, but a lack of information concerning the conditions underground prevented a rescue attempt. Additional explosions occurred within the next week, confirming that the mine was too dangerous for re-entry and the bodies of the miners would not be able to be recovered.
The ventilation system design was one of the major factors contributing to the explosion. This was because the original plan was to install a vent fan at the top of the shaft, but since there were difficulties with that, they decided to re-site the fan within the bottom of the shaft. The vent design was not normal industrial practice as it was made the ventilation system vulnerable to the power failure, fire, and explosion. This was confirmed when the production process was too much for the ventilation system to handle, and it caused a daily amount of methane gas to build up. All that was needed was a spark to ignite the gas, exploding a large part of the mine. To prevent the disaster, the company should have hired a ventilation officer to properly regulate where the vent should have went for maximum efficiency. This would have added more time to the project, but would have resulted in more certainty of their safety. In addition to the ventilation system, the methane detection system was also faulty. From the time the tunnel penetrated coal, there had been frequent alarms about methane levels and many small ignitions. But these warning signals were not often acted on because of the pressure to increase coal production. The planned methane detection system was never fully installed or calibrated. At one stage, the inspector of mines employed by the Department of Labor considered closing down the mine until the methane and ventilation problems were sorted out. But the mine management convinced him that they had these issues under control. This negligence in implementing the methane system could have easily been prevented by the management being more patient in the mine development. A properly working methane detection system would likely have brought more attention to the methane levels and possibly prevented the deaths. In conclusion, the loss of many lives and loss of profitable mine could have been avoided if the company took the time to make sure the environment was safe and the authorities properly monitored and inspected the site. The event should definitely bring more consideration to future coal mining endeavors worldwide.